think a lot of it is the fear of forgetting, and also just curiosity, and it's like indulging in that curiosity. I don't know, it makes me think of like the worry that I will one day be curious and not have the ability to indulge in it. Or I don't even know if I want kids, but if I have kids, what if they're curious about indulging in the curiosity of like who I once was, the way that I feel about my parents. And I don't know, it makes me think about summer camp. I've never been to camp, but this past summer I was a camp counselor, and I wrote a piece about how I see myself in 12-year-olds a whole lot more than I thought I would. And one aspect of that is that they're so fucking curious. And the amount of questions I got about my sexuality and my love life and what I'm doing on my night off and all these things. And obviously I couldn't share that because there's boundaries, and there's, aspects that make things appropriate versus inappropriate. And I wasn't going to share that, but there was a part of me that was like, I wish that I could tell you these things. Like, I wish that I could have a conversation and it be appropriate, because I know what it's like to be 12 and to be really curious about people in your life, especially ones that you look up to. And I also know what it's like to be 16 and to be 18 and to be 21 and to wonder about so many things. And I would imagine that never stops, and I hope it doesn't. And I think that is a part of it, though, is that curiosity of like just wanting to know about people. Like, there's like these really like intimate little moments in everybody's life and everybody's day-to-day that we don't get to see, and there's something so intriguing about getting to see that. And even the people that I know the most intimately have so many thoughts and memories and experiences that I'll just never know about. And I don't know, I think about my parents, and they have all of these memories from a life that I was not a part of, and that I was not even like a thought in. And they also have this whole set of like history and a set of memories with me that I don't know about. Like, I don't remember when I was 1 year old, and there's a lot of ways that they perceive our relationship that I'm sure that I don't think about when I perceive our relationship. And I don't know, it makes me wonder. And I just think it's intriguing, because I also don't know if it's anxiety or if it's like artistic impulse to collect artifacts and to collect memories and to think about that and want to know for others. But I don't know, even yesterday I packed up something to put in the mail, to go to the post office with and send off. And I put it in a manila folder that said Sanford 323 on it. And that envelope once held the keys to my high school senior year dorm. And a part of me was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't use this, and maybe I should use a different thing so that I can keep this. And I was like, Kate, that's so stupid. Like, why would I keep this envelope just because it says Sanford 323? Like, I'm not gonna forget those memories or forget, where that was just because I don't have this envelope. And I don't know, it makes me wonder what these things like provide to me, and maybe some of the appeal about collecting things and cherishing memories and like placing, weight into objects and animals and plants and things is also partially about regret. And you want to be able to like revisit that, and you want to be able to view it with like hindsight, which obviously is not how life works. And I think there's maybe also a lot of fear in that, like the fear of moving forward. Yeah, I think there's the fear of like, I don't know, what if that was as good as it gets? What if that was, the most free I ever feel, the most like youthful I've ever felt, and things like that. And you're like, I think it just adapts over time, and I have to remind myself of that, where the times I have felt most alive, or sometimes kind of silly, like it's either connected to nature or connected to like, I don't know, being stupid, where it's like I'm not I'm not so present that I'm not even thinking about this in terms of anything else, but also I'm not thinking about the future or the past. Rather, I'm just experiencing and cherishing. And I think if that was able to happen all the time, maybe the drive to like document would be different. But I'm also glad that I have documented so many things with writing and with artifacts, and especially with YouTube, like with videos, because I think it's really, really different than photos even. Like I see, you know, looking back on videos, I see my body language and I see the way that my voice sounds, or I guess I hear the way my voice sounds, and I see who was there with me and how confident I was, and, you know, the way my hair moves and the way my mouth moves. Like, my voice has gotten deeper. And I also, when I was 15, like, had a bit of an accent. Like, I don't think I knew that. I don't think anyone knew that.
If you're insecure about something, the more you just, like, acknowledge it and, like, accept that. I keep saying accept, but I mean, it's
and
true though, like,
I can watch myself, like, I can go back and watch myself, like, intellectually and actually physically grow. And I understand that instinct to document. And I understand why my dad always had a video camera. And I think it means, it's a means of savoring moments and eras in order to be able to re-experience and to understand and to empathize with your past self, and to feel like you have a little bit of that satisfaction of having hindsight, of being like, no, like I, you know, hated myself when I was 15, and you look back and you're like, oh, if I interacted with that girl now, I'm like, I would have so much, I don't know, I would feel so empathetic for her and would want the best for her. And I think it sometimes puts into perspective of now and how you view yourself in the moment, how you view your relationships and your experiences and things like that, which I think is really interesting. And it all teaches you about yourself and about the people around you. And those are all special things.